Alright, how's everyone doing? And by everyone, I mean myself because I'm probably the only one watching these videos. But you know what? I'm going to try to make them better. I know I've been going back and watching them myself. They're not the best videos, I know, but they are helping me. They're at least good for me to look back and review my trades and see where my mistakes are and see how much I look like I don't know what I'm talking about. So it's a reality check and it's nice. So I would highly recommend if you guys are coming into trading and just starting out, you definitely need to be reviewing your trades. Make a journal, make a game plan. You got to be writing this stuff down, and you got to review it because it's repetition, and you see things better when the market's open. We all tend to you're kind of too much in the moment. You're nervous, whatever the case may be. Um, your emotions can take over. It can kind of get in the way of you kind of getting a clear grasp on things and being able to pick things up and learn things. And that's why we need to review our trades, journal on trades. That way, you take a trade, you write down, and it's not easy to do in the heat of the moment to write your trades down. But you got to at least write your entry point, your stop loss, and a little bit about maybe your thought process at the time when you were taking the trade and why you took the trade. So that's what we're trying to do here on these videos. I recommend you guys doing that yourself as well. Post a video, send a link. I'd love to see other traders do this. Alright guys, looking back here at the United States Oil Fund, this is this is what we were talking about in the last video with the options. My position that I'm currently in, I got some contracts at $12 strike price um, for the United States Oil Fund. So this stock trades basically off oil futures. Um, it's an ETF, sorry, not a stock, it's an ETF. And so basically, my thought process behind this was the oil prices have been beat down so low. I mean, even if you go to buy oil price, you can get gas for under $2 a gallon right now. Also, with everything going on in with Venezuela and them being the biggest supplier of oil, um, I was thinking that might put some hype behind the oil ETFs as of late. And as we can see, this ETF, if we're looking at the daily time frame, so this is the past year of trading. Sorry, this is the 4 hour chart. So this is the past 6 months of trading, and every candlestick represents 4 hours. So if we zoom in here, and we can see it had a cup and handle. This is a cup formation. Here's your cup, here's your handle. So, and it's been trying to break out over this $11.20. It just broke over this mark here um, about a week and a half ago, and it's come back down, and it's just gapped back up over that resistance level, came back down, tested it as support, and continued higher. So I actually bought options contracts right here on on this red line of support, and I'm currently holding 8 contracts long. Now I actually bought 6 on this support line, and then I added 2 more into my position up here on a pullback. So we'll go back and we'll look exactly closer on my entries on this position. So this is the past 2 days of trading. So I noticed that it had really strong support, gapping up, shooting up this day, holding support, gapping up. The stock always sells off above this red level historically, above this red line. So yeah, it's even though it's gapping up, you can see there's massive profit taking here. But after these 3 days, and then I saw this massive run up pre-market, and I saw how many. There's a decent. I mean, if we look back, look at all these green bars. Look how big these green. How much bigger. We look at this volume chart. I mean, look at these green bars. That means that there's a lot of buying. The volume is mostly the buyers here. I mean, even though there's profit, the buy even on this candle, look at all the buys right there, and then as we sell off, the volume is decreasing. Okay, so that tells you that that even though it's selling off, it's less shares selling off, and that shows that the public demand is not, even though the price is decreasing, there's not as many shares being traded, so really it's not as significant of confirmation of weakness as if it was high volume sell-off. So it's still it's still high volume. I mean, there's still a lot of shares being traded, but this, I mean, that's 659,000 shares over there, and then it's still, and then we got a million something, but there's more. There's more. You see 1,015,000. 1,500,000 shares, 500,000 shares. All right, so just you can't go just strictly based off that, but just good thing to keep in mind. So anyhow, I bought right here after that massive sell-off. I bought 6 options long right here. I'm holding them, and I actually added 2 more on this drop. So on Friday, I was watching it and I was thinking about, do I take some off here? Do I take profits? And after this drop, I said, you know what? No, I add profits here and I add shares here, and that's something that I would never done in the past. So, and buying right here on the massive drop, that's something I also would have never done in the past because I would have been too scared or whatever. But I wasn't scared at all, and that's how I know this was a good trade, at least thus far, and I feel really good about my 2 entries. Guys, let me know what you think about those. So, yeah, we got those trades, and then we got, so see, so I'm holding CGC. Like I said, I bought an options contract in here at the Bounce of VWAP on Thursday. We opened up. I was up a decent amount considering how little I paid for the contract. These are $55. I'm buying out. The reason I'm buying my contracts so far out of the money is because they're a lot cheaper and they don't move as quickly on the price direction. So if you buy a contract that's in here somewhere in near or at the money, your contract's going to move very quickly, and yeah, you'll gain a lot of money quickly because you're in the money if it goes your direction, but you'll lose very quickly too, and you paid a lot more for that contract. So that's why I did that at first with buying in the money options. In my opinion, you want to stay out of the money. So if you don't know what that is, there's plenty of people out there that do great videos. Mike's Whiteboard with Tasty Trade. If you type in Mike's Whiteboard Tasty Trade on YouTube, he does some good ones. And Sasha, some Russian guy that does options. He's a good one. And the Skyview Trading, they do options. So look at them. Do your research on options before you trade them. So yeah, so I had that one option, so I had a good gain, and then we had this massive drop, and I sold, and we're so overextended on the daily chart here that I sold out. I got nervous and I sold out, which I shouldn't. I don't know. I probably should have sold out because it's kind of a risky option, but just see, all these pot stocks move together, so they're going with prawn too. So it's going to go based off this stock as well. If this stock doesn't do that well, CGC is likely to follow, and vice versa. So this stock is due for a major pullback. So that's why I sold. So I was looking at this stock intraday, and I saw this massive candle, and I was like, no, it's done. But looking back at these candles, this stock does sell off pretty hard, but still, it's so overextended. I thought it's time, and I sold out. But then I saw this stock, I saw it come back so strong, and for some reason, I guess I might have seen this curl and thought I was going to keep running. It was stupid. I was in the moment. I was getting greedy, trying to make money, and after I had sold that CGC contract, I was watching these stocks and I thought they were going to run, and I saw the market was maybe, I don't, what did I see in the? All right, guys, I'm gonna have to start wrapping this video up here. So basically, with those, I'm currently holding options in USO at a $12 strike price. I'm holding one contract in CGC at a, I don't remember the strike price off the top of my head, but I'm holding a contract. It's out of the money. It's not looking good. We'll see CGC's bull flagging and on that daily time chart, but it still has a lot of room to bounce around before it has a significant drop or a significant um, another leg to its run. It could easily come back down. It's probably more likely that it comes down. Um, so I'm not feeling too good about that option, but still holding that one. I also have one option riding in NVIDIA. I had sold one for like an 80% gain the next day after I had bought them. I've gone over those in different video. So I'm still letting one ride. We'll see the price action. If it doesn't hold above the VWAP tomorrow, then I'm going to sell it. I mean, and so that's it for all the swing positions that I'm currently holding. Um, and just wanted to go over one thing with you guys. So whenever I say we're watching the market, and I say the market, I'm referring to the overall S&P 500, which I track using the SPDR ETF, which is an exchange traded fund that goes based off the S&P 500, and that's what this is. And normally I have this stock or this ETF, which is the biggest 500 stocks and in the United States, and it's a good indicator as to overall sentiment, and you need to be keeping the direction and the price action of whatever the stock is doing in mind on whatever time frame that you are trading, whatever stock or ETF you're trying to trade. So you need to keep this in mind. Stocks and prices of equities will move based on the direction of the SPDR ETF or the S&P 500, as well as the Dow Industrial Average. Oh, sorry, the Dow Industrial Index. This is the index. It's also, if you want to trade it, I think it's the I forgot the ticker to trade it, but the Dow and the the Nasdaq. So this is technology, Dow's industrial, and these are the markets. So when we say markets, this is what we're referring to. We keep an eye on these during the day. I have the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the SPY all together on one of my computer screens, watching them the entire day, and then my other screen is dedicated to the stocks that I'm trading. So we're always keeping an eye on the markets, so new traders keep that in mind. So yeah, so if we go here, this is how I normally have my chart set up. So this is the indices. I have it Dow Jones, SPDR, I got the Russell 2000, this is the small cap stocks, and we have the Nasdaq. So we're always trying to watch these, and yeah, so that's just one of the components to my game plan. Stay tuned for the videos tracking my trades later on in the week, and we'll see how I do, and see you next time.